Right, a very good morning to you. Into our news at 8 o'clock we go. So, top story, Dr. Nandipha Magudumana's appeal over her arrest in Tanzania will be heard in the Free State High Court today. She approached the High Court to contest her arrest with escaped prisoner Thabo Bester in April. Judge Phillip Loubser found that her arrest was unprocedural, but dismissed the application with costs on the basis that she consented, I beg your pardon, to be brought back to South Africa. Let's get more on this, and we'll cross over to our reporter Kamogelo Seekoei, who is there outside the court. What is expected to take place in the courtroom today? Good morning to you, Kamogelo.
Good morning to you, Leanne, and to the viewers. Well, today we expect that the day is going to be quite short. We had a brief chat with Dr. Nandipha Magudumana's legal representatives yesterday just to get a feel of what is expected to happen today. So today they're essentially coming to court to apply for leave to appeal, and as part of that they actually want the SCA to determine whether the consent that Dr. Nandipha gave to South African officials in Tanzania actually made their actions lawful. You remember that Dr. Nandipha in her appeal said that the process that was followed to bring her back to South Africa was actually extradition and not deportation, and those were some of the issues that were discussed in court, and Judge Phillip Loubser then found that the procedure was indeed unlawful, and then dismissed that appeal on the basis that Dr. Nandipha had consented. So what she's saying now is that Judge Loubser found in her favor, yet because she consented, dismissed her appeal. Now she wants that matter to be brought to the SCA so that the SCA can determine whether her actions made the actions of the Home Affairs officials in Tanzania lawful. Today, those are some of the issues that she will be presenting to the court, and we will hear whether this appeal will be granted. And if it is granted, then it will go to the Supreme Court of Appeal. Leanne?
Indeed. And also just yesterday, of course, was the visit, media having the opportunity to go and see the circumstances around Thabo Bester, and of course finding out that Nandipha Magudumana is in the infirmary section. Any more news on sort of the developments yesterday?
Well, unfortunately, yesterday we couldn't even see Dr. Nandipha Magudumana because she did not want to interact with the media. She did have a brief meeting with the National Commissioner for Correctional Services, but he also didn't disclose the contents of their discussion to us. However, we did go around the prison just to see where Dr. Magudumana stays in the prison, where she's being detained, and we did find that she's being detained in the infirmary of the prison. What was explained to us is that in the infirmary there isn't a lot of interaction with other prisoners or other people that come to the prison, so the risk of being in contact with contraband such as cell phones when you are in that section of the prison is quite low. So that's why they are keeping Dr. Magudumana in that section. He did explain also, the commissioner, that because she's a high profile detainee at the prison, that is the reason why she's kept in that section, because it is a highly secured section of the prison. We also went to the library of the prison where she held her virtual court appearance, and we also went to the hair salon where she normally does her hair before she comes to the court. But today we are not expecting that she will be here at all. As I said, her lawyers have indicated that the appearance is going to be quite short today, or rather the proceedings are going to be quite short today because they are just presenting their application to the court.
Just one final question, and a lot of queries from some viewers and people that have been watching on. Is this procedural? I mean, the fact that the media are given this tour to see the different prisons, where they're being held, and going and actually up to their cells and whether they want to see you or not. I mean, these tours, is this something that you have embarked on before, been invited to go into before? What was the sort of rationale behind correctional services to take the media into these prisons?
Well, Leanne, there's been reports in society generally that Dr. Nandipha is getting preferential treatment. Firstly, because when she comes to court, when she's been to court, her hair was always done. You find that her nails are also done. She's wearing her wedding ring and she's dressed, of course, in her private clothes. And so the correctional services wanted to actually dispel this narrative that she's getting preferential treatment when she is inside. In terms of this being a common thing, the commissioner did say that visiting prisons and inspecting prisons for him as an official of the department is common. However, bringing the media is not common at all. So it's normal practice for officials, high-ranking officials, including the commissioner, to go to prisons and inspect where high-profile detainees could be held. But inviting the media is not something that is common. But he indicated that in this instance, the media had to be invited because of the narrative in social media about her getting preferential treatment.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks for the explanation behind that, Kamogelo Seekoei, who's been covering this for us in Bloemfontein.